So we are here to talk a little bit about this new Play Disney Parks app that is now available. It gives guests a chance to really interact with their Walt Disney World vacation. I'm here with Scott to talk a little bit about the app. So what does make this app so unique for guests when they visit Walt Disney World?
Well, we're thrilled to continue to push the boundaries on creativity, storytelling, and technology through the release of the Play Disney Parks app. This is an amazing way for our guests to explore, discover, and interact with our parks environments, unlike any other time before. Both Walt Disney World guests here in Florida as well as Disneyland guests in California will be able to use the same app to discover and explore the parks in all new ways.
How does Imagineering fit in with this new Play app?
Yeah, so Play Disney Parks app was an awesome collaboration between Walt Disney Imagineering and our Parks Digital Guest Experience team. And the goal was, how do we create a new app for our guests visiting Disneyland and Walt Disney World Resort that adds a whole new layer of interactivity and storytelling to an already great park experience. So there's really sort of 5 key features of the app that we're really excited that we co-developed. The first is these in-queue games, right? Things that you and your family can play together while you're waiting to turn wait time into playtime with these activities that are uniquely themed to the stories, the environments, and get you talking and looking up and engaging with each other. We've added the ability to actually trigger physical in-park effects using your device, so you'll actually be able to interact with real physical things in the queue. We have custom curated music playlists integrated with Apple Music, and that was a collaboration again between Imagineering and the Disney Music Group, along with Digital and Apple, to create these playlists of music from and inspired by our various lands and attractions. We have achievements that you can earn not just by what you do in the app, but just by exploring the parks naturally. And lastly, we have these themed trivia packs that are all over the parks that our guests can explore, and that's all launched from that central menu with that really fun animated game board style that we think our guests are going to love. So this was absolutely a collaboration between Digital and WDI to bring our stories to life in a totally new way.
All right, so now I'm here with Kelsey, and we're going to take a look at the app itself. She's got it preloaded here on the phone. So Kelsey, what are guests going to be able to do?
So guests can first start by selecting which park they'd like to explore. So we'll do Disney's Hollywood Studios since that's where we are right now.
Did that say building castles?
Yes. And so as you start to explore the game board, you'll see that there are all of these little icons. You have music notes, which will launch your Apple Music playlist. And those are located at places, so the playlist will be themed around wherever the location of that music note is. You have question marks for trivia. And then you'll see these really fun larger game markers for those in-queue experiences. So for here, Toy Story Mania, that's where you launch the game. It'll unlock once you're in the queue. And the games are designed for 2 to 5 people to play on one device so that you're playing with your group, a lot of pass and play multiplayer mechanics.
How do they unlock these achievements?
So there are achievements that you can earn for doing things in the game, which are the ones that are shown here, but you also can earn achievements for riding select attractions as well. So Toy Story Mania is one of them. Anywhere where you see the little star, that's where you can get more information about achievements you can earn there.
And you have to be there in the attraction to unlock that.
Exactly. And you can go to your play file and see all of your achievements in your trophy case.
And they're all themed to the rides, like
yes,
from Big Thunder.
Exactly. And you can even share them on social media. So very big bragging rights. And you'll have your trophy case split out for Disneyland and Disney World. So just because you rode Big Thunder Mountain at Disney World doesn't mean you can't still earn the achievement at Disneyland.
When they play the games in the queue, once they're unlocked, can they play them anywhere, or can they only play them in the queue?
That's a great question. So we have some activities that are so specific to your location because they use physical props or effects or codes that they are gated to that specific queue. They're location gated. But then we have lots of other experiences that you can play elsewhere in the park or even at home as you're just getting ready to come to the park. So the trivia, the music, those are great things you can do anywhere. We even have a road trip playlist for those who want to get amped up for their drive to the parks. But then the actual achievements and in-queue games, those are unlocked once you get here and get into the queue because they're so specifically interactive with the environment. I think, our goal and our intention was we don't want a bunch of people looking down and sort of nose down in the device. You're at Disney World or you're at Disneyland. These are some of the most spectacular places in the world, and you've come with the people you care about most. So these aren't traditional mobile games. These are activities that get our guests looking up, looking around, exploring the world around them, integrated with the story, and most importantly, interacting with each other. We were really going for sort of a family game night vibe. And I think as you explore the activities and play the games, you'll see that's really what we were going for.
I have to say there are so many amazing features. One thing that I really love is the thing that brings it all together, and that is the new game board map style experiences that we brought to life. We really spent a lot of time, paid a lot of attention to these. We've crafted them to be inspired by many of the artists that have been with Walt Disney Company in the past, like Mary Blair and Ivan Earle. We looked for inspiration to the opening of Disneyland in California in 1955 and looked at those very early parks maps and drew lots of inspiration from those sources and then reinterpreted them in a very modern and contemporary way, and then took them to the next level by bringing them to life with these really fun little animated elements that you'll discover as you explore the parks throughout your day.
Yeah, I was playing around with it, and I love just kind of staring and watching the different animations. And I even think I found a little Easter egg at Epcot, some character if you go looking for, you might find in the map somewhere. Is that something y'all like put in some little Easter eggs like that?
That's right, we sure did. And the more that you look around and observe, the more that you're going to discover. I think you're going to love it, and our guests are going to really enjoy exploring.
So many really awesome offerings in this app. I got to imagine that the price is pretty great for this app. How much does this cost?
I have good news for you. It is free to download, and all the content is free.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we're really excited to share that with our guests, and we think it's going to make a whole new layer of storytelling for those guests who want it, while preserving the experience for those who prefer a more traditional Disney park visit.